Welcome back to another video. In this video I will be going over Jinzo deck, only using the Rage of Raw cards. I do have 3 proxies in here, just I didn't get the cards, and all of these I actually pulled from 2 of these. So we will see how it will go, and I know the Rage of Raw wasn't all of a good set, and there we go, starting with the very terrible whatchamacallits. So, alright, here we go. Alright, so we got triple Jinzo the Machine Menace, missing 2 of them. If a trap is face up on the field, or in either graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, its level becomes 6 till end of turn. During the main phase, quick effect, you contribute this card, special summon 1 Jinzo from your hand or grave. You can only use... hold on. Then you can destroy all traps your opponent controls. If the card is set, you reveal it. You can only use each effect of Jinzo Menace once per turn. Next, triple Psychic Bounder proxy. If this card is normal, special summon, add 1 Jinzo or spell trap that specifically lists that card in its text from your deck to your hand. So basically searches almost any of your spells with the exception to like Brain Control and Monster Reborn. Brain Control's in here as a filler if you want to run literally anything else. When a monster you control is attacked by an opponent's monster before damage calculation, destroy both the attacking monster and this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. So, very nice card. It's your searcher, basically. Next, we got triple Psychic Mega Cyber, or as me and the group calls it, All Might. Because it looks like... come on. There we go. If your opponent controls more spell or traps than you do, you can special summon this card. You can only special summon it once per turn this way. If this card declares an attack on an opponent's effect monster, while I control Jinzo, attribute this card, place the opponent's monster face up in their spell trap zone as a continuous trap. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, basically turns their monsters into crystal beasts except traps instead of spells. Next, triple Jinzo Ejector. Its name becomes Jinzo while it's on the field or in the graveyard. You tribute this card, add 1 Jinzo monster from your deck to your hand, except itself. Then reveal all set cards in your opponent's spell and trap zones. And if there's any traps among them, you can special summon Jinzo monsters from your hand up to the number of traps revealed. You can only use this effect once per turn. So it's basically your searcher for your boss monsters. Jinzo Returner, basically, and there's 3 of every copy in here except Monster Reborn. So, Jinzo Returner, you can attack directly, and when it's sent to the graveyard, you can target a Jinzo in your graveyard, special summon it, but destroy it during the end phase. My end phase, or your end phase. And it's not going to be too much of a use in here. I'm just running it because it's a Jinzo monster. Next up, we have triple Jinzo. Oh, 2 Jinzo and a Jinzo Lord, I'm sorry. Jinzo, basically, neither player can use trap cards, whatever. Jinzo Lord cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by sending a Jinzo you control to the graveyard. Traps and their effects on the field cannot be activated. Negate any trap effects on the field. Once per turn, you can destroy as many face-up traps on the field as possible, and if you do, inflict 300 points of damage to your opponent for each trap destroyed. This pairs well with the Psychic Mega Cyber, I think is what yeah, Psychic Mega Cyber. I was about to say Fiend Mega Cyber, but that's basically the pre-version of it. And that's it for basically the Jinzo monsters. It's just fillers. We got triple Holding Arms. the normal special summon target one face-up monster your opponent controls while this card is face-up on the field. That face-up monster cannot attack, also its effects are negated. While that face-up monster is on the field, this card cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. So, this is basically, the deck is anti-trap. Spells aren't going to really be used all that much, and I really don't have a way to stop them. So this is just the way to get to the monsters. There we go. If you see my hand, I'm just trying to get it to focus again. Jaragetto, I think that's how you say that. During the battle step quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, gain 1,000 life points. You can only use this effect of Jaragetto once per turn. Quick effect, you can trigger this card, target one face-up monster you control, it gains 1,000 attack at the end of the turn. So it's kind of like Alistair's second effect. For that, this is second effect. So, yeah, that's it for the monsters. So let's move on to the spells. Triple Law of the Cosmos. Your opponent can set one trap directly from their hand or deck. Then, if they did, special summon one Jinzo from your deck. If they did not, add a Jinzo or one monster that specifically lists it's in its text. List that card in its text. From your deck to your hand. You can only activate one Law of Cosmos per turn. Sorry, I had a little stutter there. So basically, they're allowed to set a trap. Can't use it this turn, but I get either to special summon Jinzo, so their trap is immediately stunned, or I can add a Jinzo or a card that specifically lists Jinzo from monster, or list Jinzo from the deck to the hand. Next, Cosmos Channeling. You can send one monster you control owned by your opponent to the graveyard, special summon one machine monster from your hand or grave. So you can take control of an opponent's monster with, like, brain control, for example. Send it to the grave and summon a machine monster from your hand or grave. When your opponent draws for the normal draw, during the draw phase while you control Jinzo, you can declare one card and monster spell a trap. Opponent reveals it, and if it was the declared type, send that card to the grave, and I draw a card. You can only use 5 per turn. Now, sending that card to the grave is not as good, because a lot of cards like the graveyard nowadays, but as a casual standpoint, that's not bad. I basically steal your draw. Everlasting Alloy. For control Jinzo, activate one of these effects. All machine monsters you control can't be destroyed by battle or opponent's card effects until the end of the turn. Or a card or effect is activated that targets a machine monster you control, negate that effect. So it's kind of like a counter spell, and it's... there we go. So it's pretty interesting. Makes it indestructible or negates. I like the art for it too. Kind of shows both effects in a comic-like. Next, we got the attack itself. Cyber Energy Shock. If you control Jinzo, try out one card on the field, destroy it. Then if it was a trap, you can apply one of these effects. Negate the effect of one face-up card on the field till the end of the next turn, where all Jinzo monsters gain 800 attack, permanently. You can only activate one of these per turn. Next, we have Brain Control, pay 800 life points, take control of your opponent's monster. That can be normal summoned or set. Take control of it till the end phase. So basically, you can't take an extra deck monster. You can't. That's really fine. I mean, once again, in modern day, it's not all that good. But I don't know, one monster reborn just for the graveyard resurrection. So, well, that's it for the deck. There wasn't really any extra deck that came in the Rage of Raw, which I found a little bit disappointing. But it wasn't, like, so bad that, like, the set needed an extra deck. So, yeah. So, Rage of Raw, very broken box. If you guys want to see any other decks out of here, like Mech Lords, or raw deck, which is going to be a lot more work to get on to, but I will be letting you know about the raw as stuff goes on, because I figured that'd be a pretty interesting deck to look into, as well as not only do we have Winged Dragon of Raw, we have Ancient Chant, triple Ancient Chant, might I say. So, I have it in a deck right here, so there's the alternate art, or the lost art, I don't know which one it is. Really cool art. So, got Guardian Slime, but this isn't an Ancient Gear deck. Yeah, triple Ancient Chant. All from the same 2 boxes, which I found very disappointing. Honestly, this box wasn't a bad box in my opinion, as once again as a casual standpoint, but it could have definitely been better. There wasn't really much in the way of extra deck in here, and I would like to see more extra deck, as well as my hand keeps screwing up the, as well as there was the I got several duplicates. I got all 3 Laws of the Cosmos, I believe that's what it was, the ultra rare. Yeah, I got all 3 Laws of the Cosmos out of the same set. I got 2 Ancient Chants in one set, and the third one from a blister. I got Raw, I got Slime in the same set. Which wasn't as surprising, but yeah. Keep tuned for that. We will see how it goes on. I do have a Raw deck built on Dueling Nexus if y'all would like to see that. Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.